sciences. Okay, you are all welcome. I was a fresher 46 years ago. Yes, but that does not mean that I'm very old. I'm just old enough to be here, to stand and greet you all and welcome you all. Before I go on, last Saturday, we had a reunion of ourselves as we were in year one in 1976. I know some of your parents are not yet born. And it was actually a great moment. When you meet again, we have all changed. Some of us, you can't know we are the same people, and we all look different. But it was a great moment that we are able to meet again after 46 years. So now, as you come here, you are unfortunate. By our times, we all used to stay in the halls of residence. We didn't have non-residents. And we had even, some of us are staying in single rooms. In Africa, I think there are about 7 now in a room. But for us, we could even stay there alone, or just 2 people on this side. We used to have, a structure in between. So you wouldn't see your neighbor and your neighbor wouldn't see you, but you're in the same room. However, you don't worry. Those maybe who are coming after you, they'll be staying like in a hotel. So you never know, things keep on changing. But we hope that they will change for the better. Now, I would like to let you know that the profession you have come to, sometimes people call them courses. They are not courses. You are on a certain program. And on each program, there are courses. Ask somebody, I'm doing a course in medicine. When you are first year, how can you do a course in medicine? No, you are not yet there. Okay? So it's actually a program with different courses. Okay? So that one, I hope you keep on changing it, because that's what my mother actually calls it. I also used to call it, but I don't want my children and grandchildren to do the same. Okay? So you are going to find it very, very demanding. So you have to actually do a lot of reading. And of course, you have to become a bookworm. Bookworms? Those, when you go to old books which have been in the library for some time, you find that when you open them, there is a white worm. White, sometimes colorless. That is what we call a bookworm. So what does that mean? That you have to be reading most of the time. And at least few people, you are lucky that you are having problem-based learning, especially the tutorials. Wherever you hear of something which you have not understood, please write it down and look for it. What does it mean? Okay, don't let anything pass you. Okay? That is so you are going to become lifelong learners. And if you don't become a lifelong learner, medicine will be very, very difficult, or health sciences will be very, very difficult, because the rate at which information is changing is actually accelerating. So that within a short time, by our times, AIDS was just coming in. We didn't know how to treat it. So as we graduated, we had to learn how to manage it. So if you have not made yourself a lifelong learner, you will find it very difficult to catch up. By our times, we used to treat malaria with the chloroquine. These days we don't. So if you say, for me, when I was in school, it was chloroquine, I should remain that. So whatever new disease that come up, you learn, find out how are they treating it, do research on it. Because you are going to be the next generation researchers. So we'd like to be always inquisitive. Okay? Try to find out why is this one happening like this? Why is it like that? Why is it that when I move fast, I get tired more quickly than when I move slowly? You live in the area of why. Why this one? And even how does it happen? Because if you don't even know how it happens, then you don't know why it happens. And at your level, you are going mainly to learn how. Okay? As you go on, you start learning Why? Okay? So why is it, how do I move from this place to another? There are many things which you have not bothered to find out. But then, once you are here, you have to learn. Okay, I'm from the Department of Physiology, and I have had some good experience there. First of all, I was the first person to go on the MSc program. You're going to say, what is MSc? That is Master of Science in Medical Physiology. I was the first African woman to join the department. Secondly, I was the first to do PhD from Makerere from physiology. So I have been first. And I want you people also to be the first wherever you are going to be. Not only first in occupying space, but also first in research. Okay? So that at the end of the day, I feel so good when I have to go somewhere, or I call somebody in the medical area and then ask, do you know me? Say, oh, you are my teacher. I feel so good, though I don't remember them. So, because there are so many, I've been teaching for the last 40 years. So if I was to remember everybody, I would actually be a genius. So what I usually do when somebody smiles at me, I smile back. So that is, I think, good enough. And when somebody waves to me, my arm goes automatically, even without knowing who it is. It's after then I say, oh, that's right. So it has become part of me, and I can't drop it now. Now, another thing which I would like you actually to appreciate is that you are in an era which is very, very competitive, okay? Whereby you complete your study, you get your degree, and you may find no job, okay? So you have to be innovative, that right from the beginning, you will learn how to learn, that's number one. And secondly, you should fit into any situation. You may have learned something, and then you think you are just learning for the sake of it, but you use the information you have got to be innovative. It doesn't kill you if you even know you did your physics. And you can maybe, let's say, explore how do these bulbs work. You say, that one, I wait for an engineer and whatever. So he will come and just touch something and ask you for 100,000, something which you could have been able to do. And I would like you to become friends with the biomedical engineers. I know they are not here. Is there anybody from biomedical engineering? Yeah, they are not here. Yeah, I think they're now across. They're in Sedat. But please make friends with them, because those people can actually turn nothing into something. So now if you give them the medical information or the health information, and then for them they turn them into equipment. So we want that bridge to be forged so that you share whatever you have. You little girls, why are you talking? Which school did you go to? Did you go to any school? Did they teach you manners? I remember by our times, when somebody is talking, you keep quiet. However boring it may be, you try to smile. Because smile doesn't cost you anything. And especially for in the medical profession. Make sure that when a patient comes to you, or somebody who may need something from you, you can smile. Okay? And in fact, it doesn't cost you anything. Can you please everybody smile? Okay? So how much have you paid for that? Smiling breaks the ice. Because even if you don't know somebody and you smile at them, they say, I think this person is interested in me. He's going to treat me well, or he's going to give me the right information. So please don't forget, okay? But don't grin, grinning? Yeah, smile, make it, pleasant. Sometimes men think they're not supposed to be pleasant. You're also supposed to be pleasant. If you are grimy face, even everybody will fear you. And as I told you that now medicine has become competitive, people will go to only those.
Students Association is also with us. Excellent Charity Namwao, I recognize you. More are coming and we are going to celebrate with them. I'm going to welcome the former president, I say the just outgone president. He's going to give a speech and also take us through the Hippocratic Oath. I don't know whether you have gone through it in ethics. Have you been told about the Hippocratic Oath? If not, there is a way we are going to hold our king caucus. He will tell you how to hold them. Then we take the oath. And at the same time, I will inform you what next after him. Alright, thank you. Yeah, hi, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Nasima, Protocol Observer, Professor Kasolo. A pleasure having you in the midst. Ignatius Atasera is my name. I'm a fifth-year medical student, and I was the college president a few months ago. Is it over here? Not yet, yeah. I'm currently the vice president for all the medical students in the country. That's the Federation of Uganda Medical Students. And before I came in, I'm sorry I came a bit late, I was meeting the vice president external for the International Federation of Medical Students Association from Sweden, that's Karolinska Institute. We're trying to share bilateral conversations of how best can our students work with students on the global scale to realize some potentials. It's a pleasure to have all of you, and mine is not going to be a speech. I just want us to go through two main things. One, we shall go through something which you ideally, when you're done with your 5 years or 4 years or 3 years of med school, you'll go through what you call a Hippocratic Oath. It's an oath you take to bid real loyalty to the profession. This is a very dear profession, and I beg all of us to respect that white coat that you've been graced today. It was given to me about 5 years ago, and I have tried my level best to keep it to the best of my abilities. Please do not carry it when you're swinging through Wandegaya, going to Chikoni. You know, in year one, we used to always want to feel the medical students. I used to stay in University Hall. So I would come from anatomy lab, and I'm carrying my coat on my hand, and I would swing through Wandegaya, everyone to know that I'm a medical student, until I was reminded of the oath that I took to protect the integrity of the coat. So remember, that coat actually will carry infections whenever you come from the labs. Please roll it well, go, wash, and iron. Please don't be the person to spread infections all over the place. Try to respect that code, and remember who you are. You are the cream of the country, and the cream always carries its cream everywhere it goes. Please do not, Prof. Nakasuja talked about being covered by the so many big numbers. We are really quite a big number of cyto, nursing, medicine. Come out. We have a number of activities. We have even the FUMSA General Assembly coming in the Easter break. If you're doing medicine, come on board, say, I want to volunteer. What is there to do? Come, I was in year one, that's how I started looking at Dr. Joseph those days, and I think I've learned a lot of things in the 5 years I've been here through being proactive as a student. Not all of us might be college presidents, that's the truth, but in whichever field you're in, if you're an international student, there is a society of international students in the college. You know, please do something. You can even create your own collateral ties with the other Indian students who are in Barara University, who are in Busitama. Personally, I travel all the 13 medical schools to visit and see what's happening. Those students look up to you. They have a number of them, okay, not all of them, wanted to come to Makerere, but they were unable to because of what Makerere is. So you are here, please remember who you are. And very important, we always have, in my class we call them matures, but it's just an acronym we give to our elders who joined us from clinical medicine, diploma, and the other. They are a bit older. Some of them are already working with families. Please make sure you work with them coherently. You know, we are here as students, irrespective of where you come from. Personally, I was born, raised, studied Kabali. I had never come to Kampala until I came to my med school. So I barely knew anyone, but right now I must say I'm really proud of what a college has impacted in me. If I go on my CV or I go on Google and I type my name, I'm proud of what I see. So, don't forget to protect the integrity of that white coat. I will call your class president, class leader Kenneth. I don't want us to go through the entire oath, it's a bit long. I will just ask him to cite 2 important phrases. And I want you to think about them as you go back to Mary Stewart, Africa, Nkuruma and Lumumba and the goats. Are there goats in the house? Yes. Hey, the goats in the house. You know these Lumumbis, they think they are the only visible ones. Even as the quiet goats were there, I was playing in University Hall until I came to Galloway in my 5th year. So President, come, and as the President comes, when we are done with reciting through this and interpreting about it, I want to ask all of us to come and join him here. You'll stand behind him, and I will request Professor Kasolo to come and officially dress up Mr. Kenneth tuyesenge. Uyo urumufumbira mwene wacu. Now those who don't know the language are lost. It's from my place. So Prof. Kasolo will officially read.
I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those physicians in whose steps I walk and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will apply for the benefit of the sick all measures that are required, avoiding those twin traps of over-treatment and therapeutic nihilism. I will remember that there is art to medicine as well as science, and that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the surgeon's knife or the chemist's drug. I will not be ashamed to say I know not, nor will I fail to call in my colleagues when the skills of another are needed for a patient's recovery. I will respect the privacy of my patients, for their problems are not disclosed to me, that the world may know. Most especially must I treat with care in matters of life and death. If it is given me to save a life, all things, but it may also be within my power to take a life. This awesome responsibility must be faced with great humbleness and awareness of my own frailty. Above all, I must not pray at all.
Thank you very much. Clap hands for your class president. Thank you very much. It's something so eye-catching for me in the Hippocratic Oath. I know it has been revised over years ever since it was made hundreds of years ago. But the aspect of being humble enough to say that I don't know. First years, I know you're coming from very different backgrounds, very many different schools, some from up country, others northern, central, eastern Uganda, some you don't know each other, you're just meeting for the first time. Please do not be that I know it all. You will fail. I'm telling you from experience. We have classmates who thought they would journey this path of 5 years alone. Unfortunately, actually go through. It's not a guarantee, but it is easier and better if you work as a team. You'll graduate as a team and you'll be good doctors, good nurses, good BSP students and cytotechnologists as a team. Please do not say, I know it all. There is an exam of physiology of CVS and you want to stay at home when there is an online discussion. Please come, log into that Zoom chat. I had recording in progress. You're doing very well. He has already started discussions as early as now. Please discuss and get mentors. I think one of the things that helped me in my 5 years, I'm not yet finished, but I'm hopeful by September I'll be done. I got someone to always count on. She's one of
introduction anyway.
My name is Ignatius Asasira. I'm a 5th year medical student and I'm using some obusawo one Makerere University College of Health Sciences mwaka gwanje gwokutano. Olwaleero tulina ko ceremony bagita white coat ceremony at the beginning of our stay in medical school. Tuyita Abayiizi abapya medical school nga tubaweereza the confidence and the trust and an official welcome kweno medical profession. So we give them the white coat. So this white coat is a symbol chifananyi oba katugambe nga kamanyiso kategeeza nti okuva olwaleero ogenda kufuuka omusawo omukugu, twetaaga oyambe ku balwadde. Every other time you should think about your patient first, and we entrust you with a white coat before you join medical school to remind you of your duties and your virtues as a medical student. So chibaddeko for katugambe ng'emyaka 10 and even more than that kubanga eno profession ya medicine ebaddeko akaseera kangi emyaka simanyi na kumanya ebadde nyingi nnyo era tukikola buli mwaka okuyamba abaana abapya wane Makerere University okubayingiza wano mu medical school. So olwaleero gye bali mubalabye tugamba nti welcome to medical school, welcome to the noble profession, and we expect nothing other than nobleness. Neyanziza, those who are following, please send your students to medical school. It's a very nice profession. We want to serve and serve humanity and for the greater good of our country. Neyanza.
Babalambudde ku biragalalagala abaze medical school ku biragalalagala cause professor akyogeddeko nti ebiragalalagala bikoseza nnyo abayizi mu university.
Kituufu zino alcohol ne drugs research elaze nti abaana bangi nga tebanaba kufuluma mu university kuba pressures nyingi, peer pressures oba influence ku university nyingi. So akaseera kangi tusanga nti batandika kukozesa ebidagala nga bakyali kusoma era tebamaliriza kosi yaabwe. So tugamba buli mwana omupya ajja mu weno university, avoid drugs as much as you can. Tulinako support systems, tulina mentorship program ne alcohol and drug abuse center liko main campus ku Makerere University. Tubagamba bajje tubayambe kubanga nafe ola nze ndi muyizi, I've been there, I know what exactly we go through. So don't suffer quietly out there when you have a challenge, a financial challenge, or even your boyfriend or girlfriend has chucked you. No, please don't die in quietness. Tuli wano kubayamba, muje tubayambe. Amanya gange Ignatius Asasira, ndi muyizi e Makerere University, mwaka gwanje gw'okutaano. Nyanza ndi vice president abana bonna abasoma obusawo Uganda, Federation of Uganda Medical Students Association. Nyanza
Mata Benjamin eranga ndi muyizi Makerere wano, nze president w'abasawo e Makerere University College of Health Sciences. Eranga ndi mwaka gw'okuna nkola program gye bayita Bachelors of Science in Medical Radiography. Wabula na specialize kujjanjaba cancer gye bayita radiotherapy at Uganda Cancer Institute. Omukolo gwa leero bakuyita white coat ceremony era nga kalombolombo mu matendekero gonna agasomesa ebyobusawo. So kaseera kano naffe ng'abayizi ab'e Makerere tucelebratinga omukolo guno okwaniriza abo ababa bajja mu mwaka ogusooka, wabula era gubeerako n'abo abagenda mu mwaka ogwokusatu kye bayita abava mu pre-clinical ya to clinical ya kugenda okutandika oku interferinga n'abalwadde ku malwaliro. Omukolo guno kaba kalombolombo ng'abakulira zi department ez'enjawulo ku college boogerako n'abayizi bababuulira ekyokukola kye balina okusuubira, engeri gye balina okwetwalamu nga bali mu kifo kino.
Nga president bubaka ki bw'olina eri bano abayingira obuyingizi?
Nze ng'omukulembeze w'abayizi bano obubaka bwe nnina gye bali mbagamba nti babeere bagumu, ekifo kye bazzeemu kituufu. College of Health Sciences is the best in East Africa and it is the second best in Africa. So bali mu kifo kituufu, abasomesa tulina abalungi, abakabi ba professor abali ku mutindo gwa nsi yonna. So bajja kufuna okusoma n'okutegeera okumala,
baleme kumalira budde bwabwe mu bintu birala, kutwalirizibwa bintu bitayamba, kwenyigira mu masanyu agasusse.
Amasanyu ag'ensusso si kye kintu kyenyinza okuwagira omwana asoma ebyobusawo okubeeramu ennyo, kuba wetegereza nti ffe kosi ze tusoma tudiringa na bulamu bw'abantu sina bisolo wabula bulamu bw'abantu so kyetaaga obudde omwana nakkakkana wabula n'ebiseera akaseera kaba kazenga kakufuna musanyu ngaako kuba tulina college galas tubeera tuorganizingayo ebintu bingi social events ng'omugaso gwa bino kugatta abaana beemanye kuba ffennayo tubeera wano regardless of the program omwana gyakola ffenna tuba bamu tuba kimu era tweyisa kimu kuba ffenna mu ddwaliro tukolaganira wamu
okwewala ebiragalalagala kikyo kyogerako
okwewala ebiragalalagala nga we nkugambye nti ffe tukolagana na bulamu bw'abantu kati ate wodda mukozesa ebiragalalagala ng'ate bwalina okujjanjaba omuntu ali wabweru eyo akozesa ebiragala kati ani agenda okuyamba ani at the end of the day bujja kufiirwa obulamu bwo n'omuntu ali wabweru eyo tajja funa amujjanjaba so koleji yaffe eno kifo kirungi
nsaba jasito ontereko abayizingidde abaze okusoma obusawo mweyise bulungi
era abaze okusoma obusawo mu programu zonna nansingi pharmacy medical radiography medicine and surgery bonna tubakubiriza nze ng'omukulembeze waabwe mbakubiriza okweyisa obulungi okugondera amateeka okuwuliriza abasomesa kye babagamba.
Briefly in English about abuse of drugs.
Gwe ng'omukulembeze twakolako oluvannyuma obudde obubaddeyo bwekalakaasa asaazi ni ate waliwo abayizi ensonga ziri
mwene ne balaba nga bazitereza bana abayizi abapya
banazikwata batya nga gwe omukulembeze butabatuukako ng'emenya abatuukako
kati nze ng'omukulembeze w'abayizi emabega awo muba mujjukirako twalinamu kagugumbo kayita kagugumbo mu nsonga z'akasente akapuroguramu gye bayitanga kobazi ensonga eyo twatuula ne twogera n'abakulu abatutwala ensonga eyo negonjolwa era balina entegeka ze bakyusaamuko okulaba nga akakubagana ako tekaliddamu kubaawo era sisuubira nti bano abazzaawo abayingidde kijja kubatuukako.
kuludde obuzibu bwava ku kisaazi nga butaabeewo
obuzibu buli bwava ku communication empuliziganya n'obutatulambulira kituufu kiki kiriwo naye kaseera kano twatuula ku mmeeza ne tunyonnolwa buli kimu ne batema empenda era ne bafuna solutions engeri y'okukikwasaganyamu okulanga akakubagana ako tekaddamu kubeerawo.
obubaka obusembayo eri abayizi b'okulembera
obubaka nga nkugambye mukama wangwe obusembayo eri abo bonna abayizi abazze n'abaliwo nti koleji eno ffenna etugatta tuli bayizi era twagalane twemanye kuba kiba kya ssanyu nnyo kubanga omanyi omuntu yenna okuva mu department ez'enjawulo nti ninayo dokita ninayo pharmacist we nanjagala amadagala ninayo nansingi ninayo akola mu scan oba mu x-ray kiba kirungi at the end of the day obulamu bwo tebuba kyekimu so mbakubiriza challenge ezibaawo ezo mbulamu zibeerawo naddala mu institution nga zino ennene tugezeeko just kwatira wamu tujja kuvunuka tujja kutuuka ku birooto byaffe era tujja abazadde baffe ekitiibwa n'eggwanga lyaffe tujja liweereza.
Erinnya lyange bampita Namuwawu Charity Dorothy nga ndi wano College of Health Sciences nkola Bachelor of Science in Cytotechnology.
Gambuli omuntu oluganda science ni what?
Science in Cytotechnology.
Oba mukugu muki?
Ba mukugu mu bintu bya cancer.
Cancer.
The medical school was established. Okay, it was registered
pathology. Nga yeze president w'abaana abakola cytotechnology wano Makerere University. Tuli wano ku mukolo gwa white coat ceremony gw'abaana abali mu mwaka ogusooka aba admittingwa College of Health Sciences Makerere University. Guno omukolo gukolebwa buli mwaka abaana bazze after ebbanga nga liiseewo ng'abaana bazze okutandika okusomera wano. Guno omukolo gutuyamba okumanyagana n'abaana bano n'okumanyagana nga ffe abakulembeze baabwe. Gukolebwa abakulembeze ba college, abakulemberwa president, college president,
so kati nga mupulire ku akonye ku abawala abakozesa ebiragalalagala kuba kaki eri bawala banne
ku bawala
abasawo
abakozesa ebiragalalagala bawa advice not to stop using drugs kubanga omuntu wa bulijjo asobola okubeerawo nga tabikozesezza. Manyi wano ku koleji yaffe eya health sciences ebitabo bingi, era oyinza okutuuka ekiseera nga stress ekuyitiriddeko, oyinza okwetaaga ebyokuteekamu ekintu ekirala. Naye mbawa ba advice not to use ebiragalalagala kubanga at the end of the day gwaba afiirwa. Kubanga otuuka ekiseera nga tokyasobola kubeerawo nga tobikozesezza. So mbawa advice not to use them and mbawa advice to go for counseling sessions. Tubaddeko wano ku mukolo guno, tubaddeko ne professor eyakola PhD mu psychiatry, era atugambye nti tusobola omutuukirira n'abantu bakola nabo ne batuyamba on issues concerned with mental health to prevent things like drug abuse. Yes.
Okay. Tegeeza katuwane n'omuntu aba atabuse oba afunye obuzibu mwano mwine engeri gyomukansolinga oba omubuulirira.
Tulina engeri gye tumukansolinga kisinziira ani gwatuukiridde, and usually most of the time batuukirira ffe abakulembeze b'abaana. Anjukira ffe tuba we specialize in certain courses and tetulina mu bukugu especially in that side of drug abuse. So tumu directing to the counseling and guidance center and also to the Department of Psychiatry.
Abaana mulinganga bameka abayingidde omwaka guno?
Abaana abayingidde omwaka guno tulinanga 5.
First year?
Yes, first
Then
year.
second year?
Second year bali mbina kyemmanyi.
Then ate third year more?
Third year they are around 400 something. Yes.
Kulutwalako nga mulina obwegugumu obutakkaanya mwekalakaasa yali nsonga ki? Ebbanga eriiseeko emabega twalina obwegugungu lwa nsonga nti abaana abamu baali basomera online ate nga basasula ssente zezimu n'abo abali wano abareceiving all the services physical. So abaana kwe kwogera ne administration, the main administration of the university, okugezaako kubagamba basobole okukyusamu mu nkola, bakkirize abaana bonna bakomewo bajje basome kubanga online first of all abaana abamu tebalina ssente zigula data okubeera ku Zoom okuattendinga lectures and data ni expensive ne Zoom etwala data mungi. So baali begugunga nga basaba university ekkirize abaana bonna bakomewo basobole okusoma. Kati ng'abayizi bana abayingidde abapya oba kaki boyinza oba kimwe ng'abakulembeze oba abali mu bina ebya waggulu bano bye batasobola okukola biri byafuna okugonjoolwa?
Kensokere ku biri eby'abaana okubanga tebaliyo campus byafuna okugonjoolwa kubanga bakkiriza abaana okubawo bonna era nga they were allowed to report back to campus physically. Then obubaka bwempa bano abaana abakajoininga College of Health Sciences, manyi nti ebitabo bingi tuuka ekiseera especially second year where there are many hard course units ebitabo biba bingi naye obubaka bwembawa nti tebava ku mulamwa basome naye era tebaba mu kusoma kuka bakoleko n'ebintu ebirala ng'obukulembeze, sports ne activities endala ezisobola okubayamba okubuildinga obulamu bwabwe.
Tweyanzizanya amannya ng'omaliza.
Amannya bampita Namuwawu Charity Dorothy. for our logistics, and we did.
Amanya gange mpitibwa Kirabo Bushra Nasim era nga nsomera wano Makerere, nkola medicine and surgery mu year 1. Omukolo guno gwe tuliko olwaleero baguyita white coat ceremony era nga gukolebwa okwaniriza abaana nga ffe ba fresher okuba nga tujoyininze college eya health sciences era guno omukolo nga wembagamye nti gutwaniriza tuwulira bulungi ffe nga ba fresh okubeera nti nera baturecognizinga ku mukolo gwabwe ne baturecognizinga mu college yaabwe nti tuzze ne batukolera n'akabaga akanene nga kano era mpulira bulungi nebaza president waffe ku byokulaba nga omukolo guno gubeerawo nebaza president wa college nebaza ne class representative waffe Kenneth Tuyisenge byebyo
obubaka bwo busembayo eri mikwano gyo noba nebosoma nabo banekupa.
Obubaka bwange eri abantu bensoma nabo ne mikwano gyange bonna kosi gye tukola mpanvu era nkakkali nga abayogeddeko naffe we bagambye naye tetuggwamu maanyi kubanga ebirungi biri mu maaso era Mukama bw'anaaba ayagadde tugenda kumalako tweyagale eyo mu maaso tetuggwamu maanyi mu kaseera kaneeno kubanga bangi nnyo bagikoze ne bagimalako naffe tusobola ogimalako kyenkakasa tusobola ogimalako ate ne tubasinga n'obasinga tweyongere okubeera ab'ettutumu tweyongere okubeera ab'amaanyi mu Uganda muno abasawo tubeere nga tuli recognized Mukama bw'anaaba ayagadde.
CBS FM.